Hey guys, this is your host Nitin Binhani, and a very warm welcome to my startup podcast channel Jazair Audio, where we share real stories with real learnings.
Today, we will dissect the downfall of CodeParrot, a YC-backed AI startup that once dared to convert design into code using the power of LLMs. From burning $500K to being stuck in what the founders called pivot hell, this is a cautionary tale for the founders navigating the AI gold rush. Let's dive into the story in 4 parts, followed by key takeaways for AI founders. Part 1. The Rise. In 2022, two ambitious minds, Vedant Agarwala and Royal Jain, co-founded CodeParrot. Their idea was to leverage artificial intelligence, AI, to automate developer tasks, minimize human error, thereby speed up workflows. Initially, CodeParrot focused on capturing API calls in production. It wasn't flashy, but it was practical. A tool designed to monitor back-end services, database queries, third-party APIs, and other dependencies. In essence, they were trying to be the back-end whisperers, cutting down complexity where developers often drown. And then came a big break. Y Combinator accepted them in W23 program. This was like a golden ticket. You get funding, mentorship, networking, and, more importantly, credibility. The founders moved from India to Singapore for visa formalities, then off to San Francisco for the magical YC experience. It felt like the dream had just begun. Unfortunately, dreams don't run businesses. Part 2. The Descent. Despite the glow of YC and the energy of Demo Day, CodeParrot didn't raise any money post-YC, which was already a red flag. Most YC companies immediately raise a seed round right after the program. It's not just about capital, it's about momentum, validation, and setting the tone for the future. Instead, what followed was what Vedant described as pivot hell. For an entire year, CodeParrot stumbled through different versions of itself, trying to find a product-market fit. Ideas came and went, engineers were hired and painfully laid off. The $500K pre-seed they had raised early on began to evaporate. Eventually, the founders settled on AI-powered Figma-to-code conversion. Think of it like uploading your UI designs and getting clean, production-ready code in return, all powered by large language models, LLMs. This did sound promising. Alas, it couldn't pay the bills. At its peak, this pivot only brought in $1,500 in MRR, not enough to sustain a team of 2, let alone scale. As runway dwindled, the decision was made to shut it down. Part 3. The Dilemma. Founder Vedant, in a heartfelt LinkedIn post, laid his heart out. He spoke openly about the emotional and operational toll on running CodeParrot, not raising at Demo Day, burning through entire $500,000, hitting a modest $1,500 MRR, forced to let go of employees, but worst of all, never quite knowing what the company wanted to be. According to Vedant, 2 moments stood out. A. Getting into YCW23 program. B. Seeing the first real revenue hit their Stripe account. It's a poignant reminder that in the startup world, validation comes in small, fleeting moments. Sometimes, those are all you get before reality knocks. Yet even in failure, there was a bit of growth. The CodeParrot team went from knowing nothing about LLMs to building real-world production applications. They learned that while good prompts are essential, evaluations matter more. And most importantly, even in bleeding-edge AI, 70 to 80 of the stack is still boring old software, and it needs love too. That's wisdom earned the hard way. Part 4. The Shutdown. So how did they exit? There was no big acquisition, no dramatic pivot into a new market, just a quiet, reflective shutdown. Vedant took a short sabbatical, and he's already working with other YC companies to help them build and deploy LLM-based apps. He's also on the lookout for a new co-founder, someone to take another plunge with him into the chaotic, beautiful world of AI startups. Now that's the founder spirit. You fall, you learn, and then you build again. This time with deep past learnings and sharper instincts. CodeParrot didn't succeed, but its founders didn't waste the journey. They just ran out of time, money, and product market fit, the same trifecta that haunts thousands of AI startups globally. Finally, key lessons for founders. Here are the 5 brutal lessons for founders, especially those building an AI world. 1. YC is a launchpad, not a lifeboat. Getting into Y Combinator is a huge deal, but if you don't raise post-demo day, you're already on the back foot. Don't mistake YC access for long-term survival. 2. Pivot hell is real, and it's brutal. A single pivot can be strategic, but multiple pivots creates identity crisis for the startup. Don't pivot endlessly. Instead, develop strong hypotheses, test them fast, and be honest with results. 3. Fundraise can disappear quickly. Burn is silent. Salaries, experiments, cloud costs, they all add up quickly than you realize. Founders must develop financial discipline early on, especially in capital-intensive AI startups. Letting go of people is emotionally draining and financially risky. Build small, validate often, and hire cautiously during the early stages. 4. Revenue is validation, but doesn't always lead to product market fit. Even $1,500 MRR felt meaningful to CodeParrot, but it ain't enough to sustain operations. Even in AI era, product market fit beats tech. 5. Tech alone isn't enough. You can build with cutting-edge LLMs, but if your product doesn't solve a painful problem, users won't stick around. Remember, the AI doesn't sell itself. You still need distribution, positioning, and usability. The story of CodeParrot is one of hope, grit, missteps, and learning. The resilience to reflect, reboot, and return is the real founder traits to replicate. So keep building, keep learning, and don't be afraid to shut it down if you must. Folks, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join us next time as we continue exploring the dynamic world of startups and the valuable lessons from their journeys.